All right, guys. I'm giving you to understand about quizzes. All right. So hopefully you watch this, you then can figure it out and make corrections to your previous one, so then it will help you understand. So look at 3 students solve this equation. 3 parentheses 5x minus 14 parentheses equals 18. And you got to see which one corrected. Now understand, there can be more than one answer because there's multiple ways in doing this. So you got to just take a look at this, and there's 8x. How could they get 8x? And that would have been 3 plus 5, and they kept 14. But notice, is that what you're supposed to do here? This is distribution, and you're supposed to multiply. So they did not. They did not distribute. All right, so this is wrong. They did not do that. All right, so remember, distribution is multiplication. All right, so the opposite thing that you could also do is, if I do this, is divide by 3. Well, the same thing as dividing by 3 is multiplying by 1/3. Because watch, if I do 3 divided by 3, that equals 1. If I was to multiply, you put this over 1, you get 3 over 3, and equals 1. So they divided by 3, you got 6. So then they added 14, I should say, then divided by 5, they got 4. So they did do this one correct. They just did it differently. Now this one, distributed. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 14 is 42. All right? So if you have 15x minus 42 equals 18, what's the next step you're supposed to do? Add 42. Add 42. So then you have 15x equals 60. Then you're supposed to divide by 15, so x equals 4. So the thing is that they add 42 next, they divided by 15. They divided by 15 here on all parts. But then they added this as a fraction. Okay, so they're staying consistent. And then they added it, and guess what? It works. They got 4. So these two were the answers. So I know it looked weird. So another way to understand that is, notice, if you divide by 15, you have to do it to all the parts. Remember, what you do to one thing, you have to do to all the other. So now, that's where they had x minus 42 over 15 equals 18 over 15. Then they added this to this side, which is shown, and that got us 4. All right? Now here, what would part B be to mean no solution? Remember, no solution is when you have the same variable on each side, but then one has a different y-intercept than the other. This one has a y-intercept of 0, this one has 3. All right? Because if the x's cancel out, what's x minus x? 0 equals 3. So you technically need to have the same slope, because no solution means parallel lines. What do parallel lines have? Same slope, different y-intercept. So same slope, different y-intercept. And that means no solution, parallel lines. So let's go over here. I'm going to first distribute. So I have 4x minus 20 on this side. So what do I need to have on this side? I need to at least have the same slope, which is 4. So I already have 1. So what's b going to be? 3x, because I got to add 3x. But then I already have a minus 20. This is already minus 20. So they can't be the same, because if they were the exact same thing, that would be infinite solutions. So what should I do? I can just write any number also, plus 1. Could have been minus 10. Any of these answers could have been right. Okay? So this is what B would have equaled. Now, I did accept the answer of no solution because some people thought the only thing you could put in there was 3x, and if you did, then it would be the exact same, and that's not the same thing as no solution. So hopefully you understand that. Now, all solutions means the exact same thing. So I have 5x plus 10. The other side needs to be 5x plus 10. If I have m equals m, that's all solutions. So let's distribute here. 4x minus 20. I already have the minus 20. So what do I need to have to this x? This is 1x, so I would just have 3x. And if I had did this out, x plus 3x, because they're on the same side, is 4x minus 20. Oop, not 40. And guess what? This is the same as that. So hopefully you now have a better understanding of the corrections to this quiz. All right.